Okay, I'm going to try to record this in real time. I apologize if there's any noise or sirens or whatever in the background. This is New York City, so it's pretty loud out on the street. Um, so this is Anthia. Again, I have another edit of hers that I will upload as well. Basically, my most difficult thing is choosing the photo and then choosing, how I want the actual colors to look at the for the end result. Um, just kind of go through my presets. A lot of times I won't even like any of my presets and I'll just start from scratch. But in this case, I think her skin color works really well with my presets. Actually, I like the one that I saw earlier. I kind of like this one. Kind of torn between these two. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go with this. The Essence of Time. Looks pretty good. Her skin is really good, so it's not much that I have to do for her skin. Just little things. I mean, a lot of these things are even optional. Don't have to do them. Some things I'm just picky about. That tag I can fix later. I will also edit this in Photoshop. I'll show you guys how I edit. What I do after I import from Lightroom. Jesus Christ, if I could just enlarge this, that would be great. One little hair bugs me. Normally, I don't even bother with hairs on the forehead because if you start playing around with hairs on the forehead, then you have to do the whole forehead. And I don't want to do that because then you start looking retouched. Uh, but in this case, that one little long hair bugs me. So now it's going to lead me down a path of fixing hairs on the forehead, which I may have to do in Photoshop. Let's see if I can get it to look decent. Oh no. Jesus. That's not going to work. Oops. Let's zoom in closer. It's stuff like this that makes the edit take longer. Little things. It's nothing to do with the main edit. I mean, her skin is so good. Everything's great, and I'm tinkering around with a little hair on her forehead. Like, really? Seriously, everybody? How's that look? Oh, God. Okay, it's going to have to be a two for or a three for. Let's do this. That looks good. And that. Let's go with it. Okay, that's good enough. Anything else on her face? Maybe a few little dots here. Nothing major. Most of the models I shoot tend to have good skin because I don't like to shoot with a lot of makeup. And if you don't have good skin, it's going to lead your photo in a totally different direction. Here's another little hair. Let's see if I can get that one faster. Yes, got it. Anything on here? I don't know if this is a mole or if this is a pimple. When in doubt, I'm just going to take it out. If I see it, a lot of times I won't even see it until it's too late. I'm done with the photo, and then I see something that I totally missed. Okay, I think that's it for as far as retouching anything. I could soften her shoulders just a little bit. When I do a mask like this, I'm really sloppy. A lot of times it just doesn't matter so much to be so precise. And I may not want this to bleed too much into the clothes and the background, so I will come around and trim the mask. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not doing this. It's just going to be a real sloppy mask. Actually, I missed a spot. And just quick and dirty. Redo exactly what I did here. doing this, by the way, with the mouse pad. I don't have a pin. I mean, I have a pin, but it's an old pin and I don't really use it. These hairs right here, I need Photoshop to fix. And that's what the main reason why I will bring it into Photoshop. If she didn't have those flyaway hairs at the top, I probably wouldn't bring this photo into Photoshop. I would just leave it as it is once I export it from Lightroom. But for that, I will show you guys how I bring it into how I edit in Photoshop. And I'll also tweak the colors a bit more in Photoshop since I'm going to be there anyway. So I won't bother too much with the coloring here. Let's just fix some of these settings here. Like that. Maybe clarity, maybe a little. Vibrance is okay. Let's see the highlights. That looks good. Should I crop this? Let's try. That's better. You know, 8x10 crop is the crop for Instagram. FYI. Just in case you guys didn't know. I think that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks fine. So for the rest of it, we'll do in Photoshop. So let me do a black and white version. If you watch my other video, you probably know I tend to do my black and white in Lightroom. I don't really do a straight conversion from color in Photoshop. I just don't really like the way it looks, and my black and whites tend to have a unique look, and that's because I do them in Lightroom. And I have a lot of presets that, you know, over the years that I've created for black and white. I kind of like that one, but it's kind of like old school cinema. Not going that way. So many, it's kind of hard to decide. That's typically my go-to. Is just very neutral. Let's see if I can find anything better. Go-to this year, you notice it says 2021. I mean, I go back. Let's see, it starts in, my presets start in 2019, but I actually have them going back to 2015 where, where they don't really look at. Actually, you know, I like this color too. That's a good color. Okay, you know what? Stay focused. Get out of there. Get out of there. These are some of the presets that I had intended on selling at some point. I got sidetracked from that idea. I may do that in the future, but right now I'm just not focused on that. Okay, I kind of like this one. It's a lot of contrast. Let me see if I can make this work. Let's bring the contrast down, bring the exposure down. Not for this one. I think I'm just going to go back to Emily. This one right here. Wait, where is it? Where's Emily Tiff? Black and white. Oh, right here. So let's go with this one. I kind of like it. Do I have softening on her skin? Why would I? Oh, I don't. Not sharp. Not sharp. It's really soft. I actually need to wear glasses. I have prescription for glasses, which I don't wear. So when I'm shooting, it's hard to see what's in focus. Luckily, the camera that I use is, I know it's in focus, so I don't really have to see that. That's kind of sad to say. I hate wearing glasses. It's so annoying. All right, I think this is done. So let me export these. And I usually don't, you know, Lightroom, you can open it as a TIFF and then edit there and then bring it back into Photoshop. Open it into Photoshop as a TIFF and then edit it and then bring it back in Lightroom. I don't really do all that unless it's something that I know I'm going to edit again. This photo, I'm not going to edit again. Once I edit it, I'm done. So I'm just going to export them as JPEG. And then I edit those JPEGs in Lightroom. And that should be good enough. All right, here we are. Photoshop. Lovely Photoshop. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is fix those little hairs. That's the main reason that I'm here. I may do other things, or I may not, depending on how fast this takes me. And I usually just go the quick and dirty route. I just use the clone stamp because the background is just very neutral. And if you do it well, nobody will ever know. They'll never know. How would they know? They're not gonna know. And then I just literally quick and dirty. I don't even, for this, I won't even make a mask. If I make a mistake, I won't make a mistake, I know, so no need. I just erase what I don't want. Just real quick. Oops, okay, I did make a mistake. Okay, there we go. This is the fun part. Actually, you know what? Let me just cheat a little bit. There we go. Crap, why did I do that? There we go. Okay. I'm doing this again on a trackpad, so I don't have a pen. I've tried to use pens. It's really kind of annoying, and I think I need to get in the habit of it. That's why I don't like them, because I'm not in the habit of using them. Now let's see what it looks like at 100%. I don't know. Something bugs me about this. Let me see. That little bit. Little hair here missing. Okay, that's better. What else is missing? There's a little hair here. That should probably show a little bit there. That little guy. Okay. Still looks kind of funny, but I'll fix that in Liquify. I think that's fine. Just looks flat on top, but I'll fix that whole issue in Liquify. I'll go ahead and flatten that. No turning back now. All right, let's do it again. Yes, I have to do it twice. Yeah, fortunately, because I didn't create the the black and white version in Photoshop. I just did it in Lightroom, and I have two versions to edit. Let's try this again. Look, the thing is, I'm better the second time around. See if that holds true. Get that little guy, get this little guy, that little guy. Wait, what else am I missing? I'm missing the whole top of her head. I really don't think that. I think I got too much. I did. I really got too much. Okay. This is all I need right here. Still think that's too much. Boy, that's worse than the last one. All right, that's fine. I'm not gonna quibble over it. Yeah, there's a little hair there. This little dude. Let's complete his journey. And there's one here. Let's complete his journey. Okay, that's perfect. All right, let's flatten that. All right, so the color version, since I didn't tweak it at all in Lightroom, I'm just going to tweak it here a bit. So change the exposure, bring it down just a little bit. When I'm doing the color, when I'm editing the color, I just layer on layer. You know, the layers build up. I don't really go back to change any other particular layer. If there's an issue, I will just usually just create another layer. See it. Looks okay. Looks all right. Not bad. It's a little blue. that's a little green. I think that's okay. What do you guys think? Too much? Yeah, it's nice. Maybe 97. Okay, that's good. This is supposed to be a quick edit, so I'm not gonna waste too much time on it. So let's do a little bit more contrast. Okay, I think that's it for that. Do I want to get rid of that label? Yeah. Might as well. Okay, how? Who knows? Let's see what works best. Maybe content or web fill probably works best, but you never know until you do it. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Perfecto. It's good enough. You'll never know it. I don't quibble over little things like this because the only people that notice it are the people that edited the photo. Like, no one else is going to look at that and go, oh, he removed the label there. And I see a little discrepancy with the line of the shirt collar. Nobody's going to notice that. They're looking at the photo. They're looking at the woman. Oops. Okay. Not bad. Let's see if it goes where we go. That's fine. See, it's kind of uneven here, but again, who cares? Nobody's going to pay any attention to that. Now you will that I pointed it out, but other than that, nobody. Otherwise, you would have never noticed it. All right, let me liquefy her hair because it's bugging me. And I think we're done. Actually, I may remove that line from the V-flats. A lot of times I'll leave that. I just don't care. It's not that important. It bothers some people because it's not clean, but that's why my photos, my style is the way it is. It's, you know, it's unclean beauty in a way. It's just, it's not perfect. Life isn't perfect. There's no, you know, and I don't like to make a photo that's perfect. Actually, perfect is kind of boring to me. You know, there always has to be something that's not quite right or not quite consistent with what you would expect. Just a little bit to the hair here. I think I may have to do this twice because I don't, the mask isn't identical on the other hair on the other photo. No, what did I do? So I want it to look too flat. Well, yeah, that looks good. That's fine. Let's try it and see if it works. Fingers crossed. Okay, that's fine. I can go with that. A little bump here. Is that there? Yeah, it's there also. Okay, this works. Shakalaka. That's it. We're done. Save these. Save. Tweak the color, the black and white at all. I think this is good. Yep. That's it. Thanks for watching.